There's a book called The Mindful Therapist, written by a guy that I really respect named Dan Siegel. And he's a psychiatrist who's in the mindfulness world. He talks a lot about interpersonal neurobiology. Um, he talks about the practice of attunement, literally, the simple practice of attuning to yourself having a profound impact on the relationship itself. What is attunement? Attunement first starts internally. If you take a moment right now, in this moment, take a breath in and a breath out. You don't have to close your eyes. You don't have to put your pencil down, just doing what you're doing, and notice how you feel in this moment. Right now, maybe you feel amazing because you're like, this is the best presentation ever. No, I'm just kidding. But you feel a certain way emotionally. Maybe you feel a certain way physically. Maybe there's a certain amount of mental content going on in your mind, right? That's attuning to yourself. You're basically practicing mindfulness. The reality is that the more you practice that very simple thing, the more you practice attuning to yourself, you get better at what Dan Siegel calls interpersonal attunement, which is attuning to the other, attuning to somebody else. Being like, I wonder what's going on with this person. Let me tune in to them right there. It's so simple, but it can be super, super profound. And it's oftentimes a felt sense too. Anybody by show of hands ever felt like they've been in a conversation and the person that they were talking with just wasn't really listening to them? Yeah, for those of you who didn't raise your hand, you just weren't aware of that, It'll happen at some point in your life,